David Dutton responding to the Minute paper over malaria and mosquitoes. Today's video is over the 2 to 4 TED Talks over malaria and mosquitoes. Questions that were asked in the assignment for me to answer were: what makes it so difficult to control the root causes of malaria, and the list and explanation of the challenges of dealing with malaria. Well, let's start off with what makes it so difficult. Well, first off, there are seven different forms of malaria. It's different strains, different types of malaria that do something different and is transmitted through mosquitoes, through their bites, and depending on when you get bit, you don't really know which one you're going to have. So if you get a vaccine for one, it could be one of the other 6. The second thing is that makes it so difficult to control is the environment. Mosquitoes can live just about anywhere. There are pools and puddles everywhere. Like, I don't think there's anywhere except in the most hot and desert climates that you won't find a puddle of water just lying around. People, especially here in the city, there's puddles everywhere. Flower pots, bird baths, the side of the road. There's probably pooling water somewhere, or still water for them to lay their eggs, and then you got a mosquito infestation. The third thing that I found is that why is it so difficult to control for malaria is that most of the malaria cases happen in impoverished areas. So, not here in the West to say as much. Places like Africa, Asia, Middle East, India, Africa, parts of Asia for sure, especially in the tropical climates, you're going to find mosquitoes. Now, moving on to the second question that was asked in this paper, the root causes for malaria. It's pretty darn simple. It's mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are the ones that carry it. We get bit. Great. Now we have malaria. The last question was list and explain the challenges of dealing with this. Well, when you get bit by a mosquito and you get malaria, symptoms range from fever to cold chills, and one of the TED Talks with Hayden Perry was that it was called bone-breaking fever, so it makes you feels like your bones are breaking from the fever. It's so bad. So when you get your first bite from the disease and the mosquito, you produce antibodies for that one, and only that one, so you're not going to get it again. But at the same time, you're more susceptible to the other 4 strands of malaria after you get your first bite and develop antibodies for it. Our last and biggest problem with malaria and what are the challenges with it is us. You're like, why is it us? Well, mosquitoes in the Hayden Perry video in Re-Engineering Mosquitoes said we are the number 1 transporters of the disease and how it spreads, because a mosquito will only travel about 200 yards in its entire lifetime, but we as humans, especially if when a mosquito lays eggs near a port, city, or somewhere with water that's close to the coast, and it's put on a transport ship to go somewhere, either a cruise liner, a shipping container vessel, something where the object that the mosquito eggs were laid is transported onto the ship, and then there you go, it's offloaded, and now you have mosquitoes running rampant around there with malaria. So those are the 3 questions and my responses to them.